HC Harding, Mission Hills, the Grizzlies 61-44 over Valley Vista from Arizona. Once again reminding us why she's not just one of the best three-point shooters in Mission Hills history, San Diego section history, but California State history. 6 three-pointers, 20 overall. You had 4 three-pointers and 14 points in the second half. How much more of an indication, HC, do you hope that this is what the group's capabilities are, what the group's potential is? Because obviously, I know it's not the start that you and the group wanted, but ultimately, when you play for Mission Hills, all that matters is that you figured out the puzzle. Come time for the San Diego section open playoffs, but do you feel like this was a positive step for you and the group today?
Yeah, I mean, we're only 6 games in, so there's going to be a lot of room for improvement. But even since our last game on last week, there's been just a lot of team chemistry that's definitely improved. And our coaches said, and we all agree, that we definitely saw the floor better today, just in transition, and that's one of our advantages since we're smaller. So we passed up, and that's how personally I got a lot of my shots in transition. So that's good.
To that point, I have said with the highest amount of respect that no team in America passes up layups for three-pointers more and willingly than Mission Hills. I mean, obviously the core group that returned from that Open Division title last year certainly would always make the extra pass, but then when you have such talented freshmen coming in to the rotation, people coming back from injuries in the rotation, like how we know that everybody is going to be a willing participant and a selfless teammate, but just how much time do you as a woman who's gone through this now for multiple years, do you feel like it takes? Does it really take like all throughout the December tournament circuit for everybody to understand, like, hey, this is a good good shot, but we want a great shot?
Yeah, I just say it starts in practice. That's how our freshmen get acclimated to how we play, because it's different than most people. And so it just starts in practice that we play we don't really do many drills. We play a lot, which is, I think, one of the ways that makes games easier. We get in condition, but it just helps us get used to the style of playing with each other when we play hard in practice.
Most definitely. In terms of having the opportunity to get a lot of reps out here, and obviously all 3 of the best San Diego section open candidates are all in the bracket together. So I mean, obviously you already saw some of that down at La Jolla Country Day. You might see more of it in Arizona in preparation for the playoffs. But just reps right now for you and the group. I know it sounds so simple, but just how important is it that this group just really can get a rhythm and a flow for these first 3 days, and then hopefully finish out big on Monday?
Yeah, this is a big confidence builder for how we play right now. And our last few games, we lost, and so right now we are really motivated, and we know that there's a lot of teams watching us from San Diego, and so we need to show them who we really are, because in the La Jolla Country Day tournament we struggled at the end, and so I think we're really motivated, and if we just believe that if we stay close-knit with each other, then it will only get better from here.
Absolutely. HC is, as a woman, like I said, who has reached levels that 99.9% of the women in the state will never reach, shooting a basketball as comfortably as you do from 19-9 and beyond. Like, what are the real finer points for you? I mean, obviously you've never met a three-pointer that you didn't like, but just at this point in your career, when you've already established such a high benchmark, and will be the owner of so many records, Lord willing, help providing by the time you wear that jersey, in 2026 for the last time. But just what are the little details that you still feel like, hey, if I'm at 98% or 99%, to get me to 100% in terms of just footwork and and comfortability and confidence at this point in your career?
Yeah, I mean, my shot is what helps me in the game. So now, obviously, I'm continuing to rep it to get it as best as I can, but I'm trying to really build onto my shot, and that's what I'm focusing on right now, because a lot of the teams we play know that I'm going to shoot it, and so if they scout and see that, then it can open up things for my team if they're either playing me tight or if I can penetrate and kick to them. And so I'm just trying to build off of my shot right now.
Well, we saw a rarity, certainly not that she is in any way incapable. Saw an HC Harding layup today, because we usually see 6 threes quite frequently, but obviously we saw you put it on the floor and tack the basket, and obviously that's going to be great for you and for the team going forward. 14 three-pointers overall. Not a surprise for the group that has been the best in the state of California her entire career, because she's one of the best in California her entire career. H.C. Harding, 6 3-pointers and 20 points in a 61-44 victory. Best of luck against H.O.